Welcome to another exciting episode of Perpetually Ajar. Whoa, 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 whoa. Woo! Hello, guys. My name is Katy Johnson, and I am your host, or one of your hosts anyway, and I play Weiss, Cinderfall, Penny Donuts, I'm keeping that name, and Velvet the Chocolate Rabbit in RWBY Abridged. I'm also a writer at RWBY Abridged, KRWBY Productions, blah, 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 blah. We're awesome. I love them so much. Please support us. We love you so much, and you're so great. And I have a co-host, too. They're sitting next to me. Not really. They're not actually here. But if they were, I would hug them. Who are you co-hosts with your grace and beauty and charm?
Hey guys, what is up? It's Beau, and I voice Winter and Ilya for RWBY Abridged / KRWBY Productions. I am the head of the VR Shorts department now, as well as one of the lead writers and directors for the VR Shorts. I'm part of the admin team, and I am a part of this lovely podcast.
Hooray! Yes, this podcast is nothing without its amazing host, but it's also nothing without special guests, because we like to make sure that we include all of the people behind the scenes at KRWBY and potentially more in the future. Mm-hmm. And we have a very special guest with us in this call right now. They're hiding. They're in a secret place. Maybe they'll reveal themselves.
Oh, hi.
There she is.
Hello.
I found her.
I finally found my cigarettes.
Yes. Perfect. Time to smoke. Podcast.
Hi, I'm Zazumi. I voice Raven, and I am the lead of the stream team on KRWBY.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Is that all you do for KRWBY? Just like the streams? Because that's pretty cool. You do a lot of streams, but I was wondering, is there anything else you do with us?
It's the main things I do.
Actually, Zaz was one of the lead writers for the previous nondescript winter holiday.
Whoa.
So that was really cool. So I would definitely consider you one of our writers for the VR shorts. The only reason you weren't involved in this last one was because you were out of town, but like we're excited to have you back and get you right back into it.
Yeah, for sure. And like you do a lot with the streams and stuff, because if you look at our channel, we definitely have a lot of them, which like it's good to always have content and somebody to spearhead it too. So I would like to just jump in and say, I hope you're all doing well. How are you guys doing? What have you been up to?
Do you want to go first, Zaz?
Yeah, dude, Zaz, tell us what's up. What's going on in the world of Zaz?
Well, I've been in Canada for like 5 weeks, I want to say. Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, it was nice. It was cold. It snowed. I was upset.
Oh yeah, it is very snowy there.
It was warm when I got there. I was like, okay, it's summer, whatever. And then
hell frost.
And then sometime in September, it just snows, and I'm looking outside. I'm like, is this real? Is this?
Oh, that's so cool. Like, is there anything cool that you saw out in Canada, or are you from there, or?
I'm not from there. I was mostly visiting someone, so I stayed
cool.
over for Thanksgiving, and I spent my birthday there, and normal stuff. Went to the movies, went out. Yeah.
For sure. Well, that's really
cool.
Amazing. Yeah, I like Canada. I like eating and drinking Tim Hortons things. That's always fun. Yes.
I'm jealous of the snow thing. I've never been in real snow before.
What?
Yeah, I live in California,
I keep learning
fam.
new things.
Like, it don't snow right here.
This is fair. This is very fair. Like, every day I learn something new about Beau, and this is a new one. We have to, like a child or like a lost puppy, we have to introduce them to their first snow one day. It's terrible. I'll just tell you now. Snow sucks. But you know what? Gosh darn it, it's part of the human experience to see things that suck.
I guess so.
Oh my goodness. Well, going to Canada is pretty cool. So you've been traveling a little bit. Have you been watching any cool shows or playing any neato games? Beau has been obsessed with like Borderlands and like
Fire Emblem.
I got Fire Emblem for my birthday. I never finished it, and I'm really sad about it.
Oh no.
So it's over there, but half done, and I don't like just like leaving it there because I really wanted to play it.
Yep.
It's really good though. Like I'm like obsessed with it right now. I found out that there was a world in VR chat earlier that has all of the Three Houses avatars, like every
don't tell
single
me
one.
that. Oh no,
So-
now I gotta go there.
I'll definitely
Oh, heck.
either ask me or Steven to show you because I saved it.
Oh my god. In the gaming world, I'm really obsessed with Stardew Valley. It's been my life for a while. Every episode of this podcast I've probably said, "Oh yeah, I'm playing Stardew Valley" cuz I never stop. It's a problem. And Critical Role, I'm on episode 32. So
Ugh, Critical Role.
this is my life now.
That is
But,
okay.
you know,
That is
it's
a good life
life.
to be living, Katy.
Does
that mean you
good.
like Harvest Moon games?
I actually never got to play those growing up. I didn't know they existed. Like, my experience with video games growing up was kind of limited because I went to, like, the Boys and Girls Club, and they had a game room. So if they had the game in the game room, I could play it. But they didn't have, like, a bunch of games. And at home, we couldn't really afford all the consoles, so I would just kind of, like, play what I could find. And I know they had Smash, so I played a lot of Smash. And they had, like, Yoshi's Island and, like, maybe Wind Waker for 64, not Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask for the 64, so I played a little bit of that. Like, this was way back in the day, so yeah, I never got to play that. I think it was for the GameCube, right?
Yeah, there's some for the GameCube. They vary consoles.
Yeah, because I love Animal Crossing, but I didn't play Animal Crossing until New Leaf for the 3DS. Like, that was my first experience with Animal Crossing, even though I know that it was also kind of in the Harvest Moon generation on the GameCube.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know, like, some lore of the game, but I've never truly experienced it. But I have heard it's very good, and I love the aesthetic of games like that, and Animal Crossing especially. Like, oh my gosh, it's kind of my addiction. Like,
That's a problem.
oh my god. I have so many problems, but I listen to podcasts while I play farming games. So, you know, this is my burden to bear. I know it's a lot. Like, I know I live a very stressful, strenuous life, clearly, with all of this relaxing. Like, dude, okay, have you ever on a rainy day just had a cup of tea, a blanket, and some video games and a podcast at the same damn time? It's so much happening at the same time. Like, you hear the rain, you have the hot tea, you have the game music, which the game music is usually very, like, soft, so it, like, goes with the rain. And when it's raining in Stardew Valley, while it's raining outside, it's perfect. It's
Oh my god.
it's everything. It's
Oh my
so good.
God.
This is my life, and it's a happy existence, man. I'm doing my best out here in these streets
Well,
of Stardew Valley.
real fast before we continue on, I wanted to
yeah.
add that today, the day that we are recording this, we just dropped our Pancakes in Peril VR short, the Halloween shorts.
We did.
And we
We
did the live
did.
stream earlier, and that was a lot of fun. Katy, you were on it. I was on it.
I
with
was.
Brian, Tina, and Steven. Bunch of people who worked on it, and it seems like everyone's really enjoying it. Like, it's you know, we had a lot more of a press schedule for that one, but I think it worked out in the end.
Yeah, I'm always though interested in hearing what the guest or what games or media you guys have been consuming, because my life also circles around consuming media. So if there's ever something new, then
yeah.
it's always fun to hear about people's obsession, because we all have things that we're passionate about. But it's really cool to hear that you've gotten to do some really fun stuff, Zaz. Are there any other hobbies or things that consume your time besides doing KRWBY streams?
Not really. I mean, I used to do the 3D stuff, but I kind of stopped.
That's fair.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
I
really
can't
is.
even imagine. We have so many talented people on the team. People that can even dabble in 3D stuff. I'm just what? You dabble in that I would dabble in gymnastics. That's such a huge, cool, amazing thing that you could do. We had a question on the stream for the VR shorts earlier about what's the hardest part of the process for each person. And I'm just an actor/writer. So that does have its own set of challenges, making sure you're performing well and, making sure people are laughing, etc. But dude, just the labor that you guys do and the time you guys have to put in. I was just the hardest part is just having to sit there and be oh my God, all these people have so much work to do. I just want to see it. Just waiting is the hardest part, because
Yeah.
you guys get the brunt of it. And so just, man, I just want it to be National Thank Your Modelers Day. Like,
oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, thank your Editors Day. Thank your musician, Composers Day. Like, thank you to all of the people that make things possible.
Mm-hmm.
And just, yes, thank you so much, because you make it to where us actors can have things to show, because otherwise we're just a voice.
Right.
Yeah.
You give us things, and I love things. This tangent has gone very far. Well, if we don't have anywhere else to go on the scheme of what we've been up to, then how about we jump right into our KRWBY News Corner?
Well, since you mentioned it, I do have a few things to talk about. I think
just a few.
Arguably, this is probably the most intense KRWBY News Corner we've ever had. I'm proverbially cracking my knuckles because they don't crack actually.
Perfect.
So, welcome to the KRWBY News Corner. I am your host, Beau. We're going to go ahead and jump right on into this. So, like I said, we just had the new VR short for Halloween drop today, Pancakes in Peril. If you haven't had a chance to go and check it out, please go check it out. Let us know in the comments what you think, because we had an awesome time working on it, scripting, filming, recording all of it. It was an awesome project to be a part of. We're really excited. There's going to be bloopers and behind the scenes stuff that's going to be hitting the Patreon in the near future, so make sure to go and look at that as well. As I confirmed on the stream earlier, the next short that we are working on that we are currently scripting is Nondescript Winter Holiday 2. We've officially been working on it for a couple weeks now, and yeah, I'm really, really excited to see how that one turns out. This is my first time, being the director from the beginning, so I'm really nervous but excited.
Mm-hmm.
Moving right along, we've got RWBY Abridged Volume 2, Chapter 2, still in progress. They're working very hard at getting it finished. It should be out, hopefully at some point. Hopefully sooner rather than later, but we want to make sure that it's as close to perfect as it can be for you guys. So keep an eye out on the channel for that in case you are looking for it. We have the RWBY Talk podcast every Sunday at 11 p.m. Eastern. I know that that's really late. A lot of us that are on the podcast are actually on the West Coast, so it's only 8 p.m. for us. However, we are officially back to RWBY Talk. This is the first time RWBY Talk is actually being hosted on the KRWBY channel since we acquired them back in January for Genlock. And we're going to be covering RWBY Volume 7 the day after the first episode comes out. It's going to be, the first episode will be available for first members only at that point. So if you haven't already, make sure to renew your Rooster Teeth First account so that way you can stay as up to date as possible with the episodes. Moving right along, we've got Perpetually Ajar episodes every other Tuesday at 9 a.m. Eastern. So we've got one coming out today, and then nothing next week, but then the week after that, that's the schedule. 9 a.m. Eastern, every other Tuesday on the KRWBY channel. Make sure to follow, because we have a lot of fun recording these podcasts. Some ridiculous stuff happens. Katie and I get to know each other, and we just poke fun at each other for like 2 hours, so it's awesome.
Dude, the other day, I know you're still talking about about KRWBY News Corner stuff, but the other day, me, Tina, and Beau stayed up for like 4 hours on Discord, just like reading RWBY memes and like false RWBY quotes like in the RWBY girl voices, and we should have been recording, honestly, because it felt like an episode of Perpetually Ajar, but it was so beautiful. And man, I think Perpetually Ajar has created a space where we can truly just all be silly together. Exactly. And I think that's the beauty of the universe. Mm-hmm. And I want to do more stuff like that, as well as the podcast. And yes, what else is going on in the KRWBY News Corner?
So more news. In case you aren't already, please make sure to follow our Twitter. It's at RWBYABRG, RWBYABRG. Make sure you follow us. You can see all of the most up-to-date stuff. We're going to try and keep that more accurate and kind of up-to-date, as I just said. There's a few of us that have access to that account, so we'll be trying to post on it more regularly so that way you guys can get updated on that regard. And so that way you can also tweet at us and let us know like what kind of content you'd like to see in the future, because I go on and I check the notifications. I see what you guys retweet and what you guys reply to, so if you've got anything that you want to share with us, feel free to tweet at us. We'll see it.
Yes.
As always, our patrons on Patreon get early access to most of our content before it hits the channel, as well as exclusive behind-the-scenes videos and audio clips like bloopers and what the voice acting industry refers to as bombs, where you intentionally record a line wrong. A lot of us do that for some of the other voice actors, so that way it's just something to kind of make them laugh. So yeah, make sure that you check it out if you haven't already. We have multiple tiers, so that way you can, choose whichever one fits your budget. And if it doesn't, totally okay. We love you anyways. Thank you so much for being here and for just checking us out in the first place. And a huge, huge, huge thank you to everyone who tuned in and supported the cause during our extra live stream this past weekend. Woo! We were absolutely thrilled to be able to participate again this year, and we look forward to possibly doing more charity streams in the future. So, Again, make sure you're subscribed to us on the channel so that way you can see all of the cool stuff that we're working on. Back to you, Katy.
Whoa, and yeah, it's kind of a funny situation right now because we are recording before the stream's going to happen. And also, myself and Beau are both going to be at 2 separate cons this weekend. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be kind of crazy because I'm going to be coming back from Anime Weekend Atlanta AWA, and Beau's going to be coming back from BlizzCon with Tina. And so if you saw us there, since this is being recorded before the con and being released after the con, if you saw us there, that's really neato. Please comment. Or if you see us at cons, just please come and tell us that, hey, dude, we love your stuff. And I'll be like, whoa, that's amazing. And sometimes we give stuff to people that come and find us. Mm-hmm. Sometimes that happens.
We have
so
swag.
You should recommend us. Yeah, you should recommend us to cons, and maybe we'll come and have some swag at your con. Who knows? Whoa.
Yep.
So yeah, that is pretty much what is going on in the world of KRWBY. Thank you, Beau. Mm-hmm. And that's what's going on in our lives, too. So I think it's time that we jump into our Weiss Breakers so that our lovely guest can kind of loosen out. And honestly, so we all can. I'm very stiff, as you can tell. I just won't stop talking into the ether with my stiff body. So yeah, how we do this on here, Zaz, which I think we told you about beforehand. We're just going to ask some fun questions, and we're just going to have some silliness with it. So Weiss Breaker number 1. Would you rather be reincarnated as a fly or cease to exist after you die?
Don't flies only live for 24 hours?
Yeah, man, that'd be a short existence, but you could, I guess.
Nope.
Because you could either. Yeah, what are you thinking, Zaz?
I don't like bugs, so it would
fair.
be a horrible time to be one. So
yeah.
I'd rather just die.
Yeah, that's fair. My interpretation of this question is essentially you can either just stop existing or you can get a freebie to experience life as a fly and then cease to exist. So you just get an extra experience in your old life. Because you probably have all of your maybe if we're reincarnating the way some stuff might do it, maybe you have all your old memories. So you're just like, oh, I'm a fly. I don't have long to live, but I just want to see what it's like. Either way, I'm going to die. So I think I would do the fly thing because either way, I'm about to stop existing. So I might as well try something new before I die.
Was this a Sugar Rush question? This feels like a Sugar Rush question.
No, actually, the Weiss Breakers we do not get from our fans. But the fan questions, we do have a Sugar Rush one in there.
Good.
What are you thinking, Beau?
I think I would just rather cease to exist. I'm with Zaz on this one. I don't want to know what it's like to be a fly.
Dude, I'm the tiebreaker. I'm the odd one out this time.
Yep,
we always have
me.
one. Yeah. Usually Beau's like, nah, I'm gonna do the weird one, but this time it's Katy, man.
I can't do bugs, man.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And I think because it would be a very short life, I'd be okay trying it out because it's not taking away from my existing lifespan. It's just hey, right after you die, you're going to get to be a fly for a little bit, and then you'll get to die for good. So it'd just kind of be a weird dream. And then then you peace out. Because I don't know, that'd be really cool to fly and then probably have a horrible death. I don't know.
Oh God.
Thanks, Katie.
You know, man, I'm
You
just
really
trying
know
to
how
spread
spice up
positivity.
the conversation.
But yeah, I think we pretty much answered that one. Let's go to our next one. Ahem. Would you rather have the power to gently nudge anyone's decisions or have complete puppet master control of 5 people?
Oh God.
I actually have an answer to this one because my RWBY OC literally can either gently nudge someone's decisions or have complete puppet master control over one person.
No way.
Yeah,
I forgot you mentioned that before.
Yeah, so she can nudge people and do it several times and be fine, or she can just blow all of her aura on one, like, I'm controlling this one individual person like really hardcore right now. But then she's out of aura after that. So like she has the best of both worlds. I honestly, I think that it would be more powerful to be able to nudge someone's decisions, to be completely honest.
Yeah. I think it would also morally be probably a little better because the art of communication and persuasion and just kind of nudging people into one direction isn't like the worst thing you can do because, people I think all the time already do that. Like if you're a very charismatic person, if you have a +5 on your charisma already, then all you have to really do is be like, but man, wouldn't it be cool if you helped me? Like, as long as you're not like fully taking advantage or something. But like if you're making somebody like a fucking puppet, I cannot see a way to morally justify that unless in a situation of self-defense, obviously. But yeah. So I'm feeling nudge because then you also get more options. And it's just subtle stuff too. Like, what are you thinking, Zaz?
I would rather nudge anyone's decisions because, I could just be like, chocolate bar. I really would like one. And they'd be like, I don't know. And I'd just repeat it again, just, really want one. And they'll be like, you know what? Maybe, yeah. You know what?
It's
let's
like the Jedi
do
mind
that.
trick.
Yeah.
I think it would only really work in situations that are kind of lower risk and lower stake. And like maybe the higher stake stuff you could maybe get some advantage. Like I'm thinking about it in D&D terms, but like in a situation where it would be very abnormal for them to do something, you might not be able to convince them as easily to do it. But if it's like at a yard sale and you see something that's $5 and you're like, can we take like $2 off of this item? That seems like something that like I could see a nudge working for.
I feel like it would make a lot of sense if it was an option, like if they're like left or right, essentially, where it's like, do I want the fries or do I want the salad? And you're just like, you want the salad, and it's like, okay, sure, yeah, that makes sense. Like,
like very very easy stuff.
Yeah, it's more like you've kind of got like a silver tongue, like you're very persuasive.
Yeah. But I think, like, in that candy bar situation Zaz is mentioning, I think that could work on, like, maybe getting somebody to, like, get you something. Like, if it's a situation where it's not too abnormal for them to do it. But, like, if you're, like, at a Walmart and you tell the cashier to not, like, arrest you. Well, they wouldn't arrest you. But, like, to not be like, hey, you're taking that candy bar if you're just taking the candy bar. That might be a little too abnormal to truly convince them to do. But if you could maybe, like, create a situation where it would not be as weird, like I'm trying to think of how you could use it to steal, like because that might be really difficult, like because I think it needs to be kind of like really low stakes, but you could try. So like maybe like the receipt person, like if you maybe take a candy bar and they see you with the candy bar, maybe if you could just convince them to look the other way, or I don't know.
Look, a distraction.
Look, a distraction. It would honestly,
I think we're all in agreement on that one then, the nudging anyone's decision, right?
Yeah, I think so. Wow, we have unanimously decided. I keep getting stuck though on what some funny things you could use that power for would be. Because another question that I really like that I've heard before is if you could have any like quirk, like from My Hero Academia, but it has to be very like it has to be something that's only mildly convenient for you. It can't be something that can super like effectively help you in most situations. It just kind of has to be specific and like mildly convenient. I see this in the similar realm of like, if you could nudge people's decisions positively, is there a way that you could do that to really give yourself a lot of advantage, which there might be. Yeah. What do you have an answer to that question, Zaz? To the quirk one?
I mean, I thought about it before and I was like, I don't know. I always think about oh God, I lost it. I lost the thought. No.
No.
It's gone.
Oh, heck. Well, I'll tell you what mine is. We've said it on the episode before, I think. Or maybe I changed it. I don't know. It's been a long time. And maybe it can help you come to one. If I could have a mildly convenient quirk that only helps in very specific situations, I would want it to be, I can make any food taste like my favorite food.
Oh my God.
So I could eat all of the broccoli. I could go full vegetarian and like it would be chocolate cake. Like it would taste, I would get all the nutrition, but it would taste like I'm just eating chocolate cake. And that would help my health so tremendously. So much. Like that's my mildly convenient quirk that I really want. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I think it was it's like every time you jump, it's like you're on a trampoline.
Oh, so you get a little bit of extra height maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
yeah,
are we talking about like really small superpowers?
Yes, very small, convenient, like, yeah.
Oh man, I would want to just be able to like actively just, for whatever reason, I don't know why, it'd be really funny to me, is like it would be something that I would have to mentally be like, okay, I want it to affect this person right now. And I want to just make someone just not be able to comprehend what I'm saying to them. Just like, I tell them, I'm like, hey, can you hand me that? And then just to fuck with them, just have them be like, what? It's like, can you hand me that? And they're like,
well, Beau,
I
you
don't get
already have that power. You could just go, blah, 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 and they'd be like, what? So.
But I want to be able, well, like they understand what you're saying, but they don't necessarily get it. Does that make sense? Like they're just confused. Like they're just like.
That's an interesting direction you're taking. You want people to miscommunicate. That's so chaotic.
What I'm saying is it's just to fuck with people. Like
that's amazing. Like what situation would that like, so I guess it's only in situations to fuck with people. It couldn't really benefit you in any way except for entertainment.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I'm just thinking about it like that was my knee jerk, like, just something random. Like I don't want necessarily anything that would be useful. I just want to like confuse someone.
That's amazing. Could you do it to like other people not understanding each other?
Oh my God, just make it even worse.
Oh my God, this is so diabolical. This is so chaotic and diabolical.
Or like, you know what? No, like another thing to just fuck with people is just make their shoes come untied at any given moment.
But what if they're wearing Crocs?
Fuck.
That's the weakness.
It's my weakness.
My weakness is Crocs.
Croc
I like the
tonight.
trampoline idea though, because you get to. Oh wait, what did you say? Croc to what?
I said Croconite.
That's the name of the episode.
No. No, please.
It's Croconite.
Oh no.
This is a spooky episode, so we have to do a spooky laugh because it's after Halloween. Ha 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 ha. Croconite. But yes.
that's
Excellent laughter,
better than
Zaz.
mine.
Oh God, no, I can't.
Perfection.
I can't do it.
I like your trampoline idea though, because like I can jump pretty high on a trampoline. Like I can get like a few feet in the air, and that would really be helpful in some situations, but not like crazy helpful. But like, you know, if something's a little too high on that shelf, you can boing up there. Like
this will be fun.
Can you?
What if
can
you
you
boing
control?
too high, though?
Yeah, I was about to say, will it boing you like way too high? Like
I'm
every
not,
time?
I'm not thinking too high, but just like trampoline, you know.
Yeah, because like even on a trampoline when I'm trying to jump kind of lightly, like sometimes I might just accidentally go a few too high, and I'm just like nervous, like you're gonna bonk your head on the ceiling.
Head stuck in the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
you
a
just gotta
cartoon.
gently. Can you turn it on and off, or is it like every time you jump, it's like, nope, you're on a trampoline?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like that. I was just imagining like you just whenever you jump, it's just like trampoline. That's it.
Okay, but hear me out, Zaz. That same ability, but instead of on you, you can trigger it on anyone around you at any given point.
Oh my god.
That's too chaotic.
Yeah, like Uraraka's quirk, where when she touches someone and holds her hands, like she can float them. You have to, because there have to be like limitations and settings to where like it's not too OP, because it can't be super crazy convenient. If you make physical contact with someone, if you touch them for that next like minute, you make them like. You make them uncontrollably jump like on a trampoline. So if you're in a crowded building, that's not going to go well for everybody.
What if it's like, if it's not necessarily you make them jump, it's you touch them, and if they jump in the next minute, then it's like a high jump. So what if they're about to like go off of a diving board or something?
Oh my god!
They just belly flop.
I love it. This is perfection.
I'm a horrible person. I was gonna say we're horrible people, but I'm the horrible one here.
No, I think we're all like reveling in
Chaotic
some of the
evil.
inconveniences.
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
This is so amazing and chaotic. But yes, I think these are good answers. I really like the quirk question because it really just like that one question about like what is your equivalent of one point of damage in D&D. Like it's kind of like that, where it's just kind of fun to really scale things down and see.
I've actually heard that the literal like definition of 1 point of damage is the equivalent of like stubbing your toe.
Oh wow.
Which is like okay, but people have broken their toes because of that.
Well, I guess it's like 3 points of damage if you stub your toe
and
to
like
where it
break
breaks.
it.
Yeah.
So much D&D.
That's amazing. So much. Like, oh my god, if we had D&D podcast, I would scream and die and be happy, and it would be great. Okay,
Yes.
Let us go to our final Weiss Breaker before we get to our fan questions. Although that was very fun, and I could talk about how we could mess people up with trampoline jumps all day. I need this. Okay, just one more. I can just imagine you walking into on Black Friday, like you're just at Walmart. And people are jumping, trying to get like the stuff on the high shelves, and it's just chaos.
You just like go through and you just like brush past everyone, and then you're just like snaps your finger, and then everyone just launches up.
And
But
then
like,
you get everything.
Because of Black Friday, like people in Walmart are jumping. I've seen it, man. Like they're jumping to get those high shelves.
I've had a lady hit me with a Blu-ray player during Black Friday shopping.
Jesus Christ, Beau!
Yeah. I was like in the electronics section. I was trying to get an Xbox One for like $250, and she was like, "No!" And she just like smacked me with it. And I was like, "Wow, lady."
The world is terrifying.
Attack with deadly Blu-ray player.
Oh my god!
Weren't
Actually,
popping out of it. Oh
Yeah.
god.
do both of you like? What is Black Friday shopping like where you guys are from? Because like I'm in Alabama, and it's as southern as you can get.
It's ghetto as fuck where I live.
I don't
Like
I don't
people
go
bring like
outside.
knives.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Oh my god, where are you from? If I can ask, Sass.
Originally, I am from Brooklyn, but I am currently in Pennsylvania right now.
Nice. Oh my gosh. Like, because we have people on the team that are from so many places, and I've never gotten to like really speak and ask people like in the servers where they are, because I have no idea like what they look like, what they sound like, honestly. Like, but we have so many people just from everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I can definitely imagine in California Black Friday shopping being a lot different than down here at a Walmart at Alabama.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know
I'm sure
that-
they're equally as chaotic though.
I know
in some
that
ways.
Brian, Annika, and I are West Coast squad.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh my god. Okay. Back on topic. Although these are amazing topics. Let's do our final Weiss Breaker. And this is a very serious Weiss Breaker. It's very high stakes. I'm afraid we might come out fighting. It's very political. It's very like
controversial.
Very controversial. I want you all to just be prepared, podcast listeners. This is the first time we've gotten really political on here. It's about like, finances and like I'm just really anxious
I think you went
like,
too hard with that, Katie.
Okay, here's the question. Would you rather find $5 on the ground or find all of your missing socks?
It's an easy
It's real
question.
hard. It's really difficult.
No,
Actually,
it's easy.
Zazumi, this is hard. I don't know.
Missing socks.
But why have socks when you could have money now to
Because
buy
I
new
lose-
socks?
Look, I lose so many socks. If I found all of them, I wouldn't have to buy any more socks in the future. I'm saving money, okay?
That's
That's
fair.
fair.
That's fair.
That is a fair
But
point.
hear me out. With $5, Zaz, you could buy a candy bar, and you did say you wanted a candy bar.
Man.
You can't buy a candy bar with socks, Zaz. It's in
Are
the
we
cards,
sure?
man.
Are we sure
Keep my
Katie
feet
doesn't
together.
already have the power to gently nudge someone's decision?
I just rolled a natural 20 on my charisma, and
Oh,
I actually
no.
don't even know what. I don't.
I just rolled a natural 20 on my charisma.
Oh my God.
Well, according to my calculations, I think that a $5 bill would be very effective.
Actually,
Man, I'm just like, I feel like I don't care enough about my lost socks. And I'm also just like, but I want the $5. I could just
Yeah,
wear
like-
like slip-ons.
because I already have purchased backup socks anyway, so I already have an extensive sock like thing going on. I don't need more socks. If I find my missing ones, most likely they're gonna be dirty and old, and I'm gonna give them away to Hannah Home, and I can't sell these old dirty socks. So $5 now. I think I'd go with $5 now.
Yeah. So it was,
Oh wow.
So it was what was it? It
And
was
the odd
all
one
of
out.
us. It was all
See,
of us
we were-
in agreement.
I think Zaz said that Zaz wants their missing socks. On the middle one, we all agreed, and on the first one, I disagreed.
Oh,
So, or not disagreed, but like I had a different one. So okay, we're still getting our regular mix. Do you
Yep.
still want to hold your answer, Zaz?
Yes.
Of you want your socks?
Yes.
She's
mean,
like, I need
this
them,
is-
man.
This is fair. Like socks are good. I think I do actually have one pair of high socks that I lost a long time ago that honestly I would love to get those back. They were really faithful to me. They were true. They were the true knee socks of a lifetime. Cuz it's not that we miss every sock we've ever lost, but there's always that one special pair that got away, you know?
I
Yep.
lost many.
Oh, did you lose money in your socks? Now that would be interesting.
Oh no. No. I'd die if I did.
But why
yeah,
would
like you just
why
keep
would
like
you
quarters in your socks so that you can like, if someone ever comes to your home and tries to rob you, you can just have like sock, like coin sock that you can smack them with.
What? I'm always like so concerned when people say like, "Oh yeah, I keep my money in my sock." It's like, but isn't it like sweaty and stinky? Like
But it's safe.
it's a deterrent.
I've actually, funny enough, at conventions before, if I didn't feel like carrying like a big bag around for my credit cards and stuff, if I'm wearing closed-toed shoes, I'll put my ID and my credit card like in the bottom of my shoe, cause like, yeah, it kind of feels weird because I'm stepping on my credit card all night, but like it's not gonna fall out of my shoe if it's like a closed zipped like
Yeah.
or whatever shoe.
You know,
And yeah,
they make these cool things, and I only found out about it because I used to cosplay a lot. Is
Yeah.
If you have like high boots or boots that have like enough space to be able to do it, they have these.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they're called. They're like boot pockets or something, where they're just this little thing with like
Woo!
adhesive, and you just stick it to the inside of your boot. And it's big enough to hold like a folded bill in half and like credit cards and whatnot.
Yeah.
So that way it can just stay like kind of near the top of your boot. So you just reach in like 2 inches and you've got like your credit cards and whatnot, rather than having it like, because like my biggest issue was when I cosplayed Kuvira from Legend of Korra is I just had these like pull-on black boots and I had no pockets on anything, which was the worst decision I could have ever made to not put pockets on that cosplay.
Yeah, even just like an internal pocket is great, like any pocket.
Yeah. But I thought that those were really cool. That just reminded me of it when we were talking about putting money in our shoes.
You know, man, shoe money is safe money. I think there was a movie I saw one time where somebody was like, sock money, and they pulled out a 20 from their sock.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because, you know, man, like it just makes it a little harder to get to, you know? And that's what you need, man. Like, because people can steal your fanny pack. They can grab that fanny pack, but it's going to be hard to get that shoe off your foot. They're going to have to work for that.
Yeah.
All right. So for our Weiss Breakers, we one day I hope that we have a 3 Weiss Breaker round where everyone is in agreement on everything. I don't think it'll ever happen, but you know,
you never know.
I'm gonna dream. Yeah, I like the fact that we have diverse answers. Okay, so let us get to our fan questions. This first fan question is: if you lived in the RWBY universe, who do you think you would be? Like, would you want to be a huntsman or a huntress, or maybe just a regular person? And where would you want to live, like in the nations?
The Fire Nation and a water. No, I'm kidding. Oops, wrong fandom.
Long ago, the Grimm attacked.
It was all fun and games until Salem attacked. I'm gonna just go with my OC. Like she's trained to be, I would be trained to be a huntress, but I don't know necessarily that I would be a huntress. I'd kind of be more of a mercenary doing like odd jobs. And I would be from Vacuo, because Vacuo is very much like, man, if you can live here, we don't care like what your backstory is or like who you are, if you're a good person or a bad person. Like, as long as you can survive, you're cool by us. Like, I kind of like that. I kind of dig that.
Okay. So you would be not a hunter or a huntress. You would be a mercenary. So you would just be... Because in the RWBY world, I'm trying to think of who all has powers. Like, is it just regular person and huntress, or is there actually, like, are mercenaries huntresses/hunters, but they just went a different direction?
Well, in the After the Fall book, there are people who went to school and graduated and are legitimate huntsmen and huntresses, but they just don't take on jobs as huntresses and huntsmen anymore. They just go and sell their abilities to the highest bidder, essentially, as a mercenary.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, like
so
the main antagonist is
that,
like that.
What was the name of that place you wanted to live where people didn't really care?
Vacuo.
I'm trying to think. What are the name of the different nations? You have like Atlas,
Mistral, Vale, and Vacuo.
Vale, and Vacuo. Wait, where are the fauna?
Menagerie.
Okay, Menagerie. I'm trying to think of like the advantages and disadvantages of all the places. Like, do you think it would be, I mean, we don't, I guess, know this yet, but do you think it would be safe in Atlas, like, not in war times? Because, like, they've got pretty high military.
I think it depends on if you're like a top dog up in the floating city of Atlas or if you're down in Mantle.
Yeah, because Jean's sister's doing pretty okay. Like,
well, no, that's Mistral.
Oh, that's Mistral. Okay, yes.
Atlas is where they're going, Katy.
Yes, I am the dumb. Yes, Atlas is where Weiss is. Yeah, Mistral. I think I'd probably stay in Mistral then. And I think I would like to have huntress abilities. Like, I think what my backstory would maybe be is that I studied and was raised to be a huntress, but maybe like with my anxieties and stuff, I didn't truly choose to pursue that career path, but I still have the abilities and I still train privately, but I'm just very like squeamish out on the battlefield, but I hone my skills until like, you know, a situation happens where I have to use them. But like, so I would probably try to make a modest living while secretly like training to make sure I could protect the people that I love.
I dig it.
Yeah.
This is literally just create your OC right now.
Dude, it's awesome. So yeah, Zaz, tell us about your OC.
I don't really have one, but if I had one, it'd probably be a faunus, a wolf faunus.
Ooh.
from Menagerie.
Yo, we all have different cool backstories. Crossover episode.
We just all meet up at the Vital Festival.
Oh god.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh my
God.
god, I can already see the story now. Okay, so Menagerie Coast, you'd be a wolf faunus.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
And tell us about your character. Tell us about them.
Oh god, I didn't get that far.
You guys, you got to draw fan art of Zaz's wolf
Draw
faunus,
fan art.
okay?
Draw
God.
it right now.
Oh.
Go on.
The
stage is set. Is she nice or is she mean?
She's a tsundere.
Oh my god.
Tsundere.
I love
Yes.
tsunderes.
I'm here for it. Okay, and does she like the battlefield? Is she like out kicking ass, or is she just kind of like a
Yeah.
teacher? Like,
She
what's she
likes-
doing?
She likes to fight people. That's why she's a tsundere.
Whoa! Yes, she's like, you baka with your tail. Ah!
She's like, I'm gonna kick your ass, but not because I like you or anything.
Yeah,
Don't take this the wrong way.
I love it so much. Okay, yes, I am a fan of all of these backstories, and I'm here for it. And I need this animated prompto. Okay,
Right.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Then yeah, I think we pretty much answered the main criteria of that question. I'm trying to see.
Mhm.
Yeah, I kind of want to talk about the RWBY universe.
I
The
love
universe
the RWBY
more.
universe so much.
It's so good. Like, okay, for our listeners, totally not me, because like I totally know like everything about RWBY, but hypothetically, if I just happen to be confused on like the 4 or 5 places you can live, like, and I wanted an explanation about each of them, like, I mean, if I didn't already know, could like one of you give me that?
Could one of us?
I mean, you know, if you could.
Hypothetically.
Of course.
I mean, obviously, you know this. So I feel like it's really
obviously.
repetitive to say it.
You know, it's true. I am the smartest RWBY fan ever, and I know everything. But if I didn't, how would you explain it to someone who isn't as versed?
Oh, man. That's a hard one, Katy.
We got Atlas, we got Veil, we got Menagerie, we
Sand,
got
water, more sand,
Oh my
floating
God.
shit.
These are
Snow.
apt descriptions.
Monsters that are based off of real animals, but like they're like they disappear into black smoke and
Well, I mean, you know, the fans, they know what Grimm are, but all right, guys, I'm gonna make a confession. I was talking about me.
oh my God, Katy.
I can't believe it.
How
could you do this?
Man, I get confused sometimes with the different locations in the RWBY world. I guess I'm not a true fan.
You know what's really messed up is
What?
the fact that the island that the faunus got like basically forced to live on in this tiny little like
Yeah.
island is called menagerie. A menagerie is literally the definition of a menagerie is a collection of caged exotic animals.
Yo, yeah.
Like that's fucked.
That is pretty fucked. But okay,
That's
yeah, so
racist.
that's the Menagerie. Atlas is, you know, where we're going. And then
Atlas is
Mistral.
the racists.
Yes. Mistral is where like the Pyrrha statue is.
Mm-hmm. Mistral
that's
is
where
where
Pyrrha's
Haven
from.
was.
Mm-hmm.
Veil obviously is where Beacon is, where Patch is, where you know, Tai and Ruby and Yang all lived in harmony
Yeah.
before the Raven Nation attacked.
Yes, of course. And are there any other places?
Vacuo with Shade
Okay.
Academy, which is the desert,
Yeah.
and then Salem's like place that we have no idea where it is,
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
and then the moon.
Well, cool. And then the moon, of course. Naturally the moon. That is an entirely very plot-driven location.
exactly.
goes to
That's
the
why I
moon.
mentioned it.
Happens. Yes.
That's Endgame. I don't know.
Well, all right. Thank you for explaining that for our other viewers that that are not me. Yeah, it's totally. I knew all of that.
Of course you did. It was just hypothetically.
Of course. Yeah, I was hypothetically. Yeah, that confession of it actually being about me was also a lie. So anyway, let's go to our next fan question. And this is one of my personal favorite questions because we got it from our Ask the Crew, and it made me very happy because yes. So the question is, this may be a silly question, but how do you all stay hydrated? Are you all hydrated? Do you stay hydrated?
Nope.
No!
I drink.
Everyone, drink water right now.
I drink. I'm gonna drink soda right now.
No, I mean, as long as you're drinking liquid.
Yep.
I have
I just took a
Fuji
drink of
apple
my
in
Dr.
front of
Pepper.
me. It's sparkling water. Does that count?
Yes, as long as you're hydrating. And preferably drinking at least a gallon to half a gallon of water a day.
I drank it.
Yay! Hydrating. I have had half a gallon of water today. I'm trying to work my way up to getting to a full gallon because that is apparently very good for you. And I'm trying to lose weight right now, so that also helps with that.
Yeah.
And
I definitely don't hydrate as much as I should. I drink a lot of like Gatorade and like apple juice and stuff like
That's
that.
good.
But like straight up water. We have one of those like water pitchers with like the dispenser on it that has the filter in it.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
I think that it needs like a new filter or something because the water just doesn't taste like it's been filtered. And so I'm kind of just like, it doesn't taste clean to me, so I don't really have any other means. Like I honestly love drinking like bottled water. Honestly, Smart Water is one of my favorite types of water to drink just because it tastes really clean. But I definitely don't hydrate nearly as much as I should. I do try to get like a glass of water every time I like sit down to stream or something.
Yeah, for sure.
But
One thing that I do, I have a water bottle and I fill it with tap water, but I also fill it with ice too. So like it gets real cold and then it's real good. And yeah, my water bottle holds about 1.8 cups of water, and there's 16 cups of water in a gallon. So if I just drink at least 8 times a day, like if I drink the equivalent of 8 of my water bottle, then I'll be at a full gallon. But so far I've only been able to do half a gallon because I just like forget sometimes. But I've been making a more conscious effort, and I have had at least 5 water bottle equivalents of water today. And I have 3 more to go before I go to bed. I'm peeing a lot, but it's good for me.
it's washing your system out.
Yes, it's keeping things good. It's keeping things smooth, and it's exciting because actually I learned something recently, which maybe you guys knew, but because I've been dieting recently. So on the weekdays I have like calorie counting and like I eat very healthy, and on the weekends I have a cheat day. And having a cheat day is actually very good for your metabolism. And here is why. I talked to my friend that's a fitness coach today, and he told me about like why it's actually really good once a week to eat like crazy bad and then the rest of the week to eat really good. So a long time ago in prehistoric humanity, we have something in us that was more predominant of it's like a starvation thing inside of you that prevents you from starving. So how humans existed a long time ago is they would like find like a catch, like they would find like some meat and they would just eat as much of it as they can. And then that like starvation thing inside of you is like, oh no, like this is the only meal you've had in a little bit. We're going to save we're going to let you live off the fat of this for a little bit so that you don't starve. And I'm probably butchering the explanation, but So then they would just kind of like live until they found their next hunt, and they would just live kind of off that fat. So nowadays that translates to when you're kind of when you're eating healthily during the week and you're just kind of getting like your baseline calories, then as soon as you eat like a big meal, your body is like, "Oh, or were you starving? Were you starving?" And your body will be like, "No. You're not starving. It's good." So we can kick it back into high gear, and we can start your metabolism thing going strong because you're not obviously starving. So we don't have to live off that fat. So it won't like I'm trying to figure out how to explain it like he did. But like it won't store crazy like fat when you're just doing it once a week versus when you're just kind of living on like what you just need to be healthy. then your body like gets in a routine, and then when you eat a bunch of food one time a week, it kicks your metabolism into high gear because it's like, okay, cool, you're not starving. We can burn this fat. Burn it. We're not going to save it. So, yes.
I've learned so much today.
Yay! So that's why kids eat your vegetables, and then on the weekend eat like a pig. Eat nachos and candy and chicken nuggies and all of it. But then on the weekdays, just, like eat responsibly, eat healthy. But ooh, bitch, go crazy on the weekend. Do it.
I just want to apologize to Brian because I just kicked my mic. It happens every time.
How dare you? How hecking dare you?
I'm sorry.
The caucasity, the audacity.
Oh my God. I just remembered that I have somewhere to be that's anywhere but here.
No. Well, I guess that's actually pretty good because that was those were our fan questions. So before we get to the end of the podcast and before we get to telling them all about where they can find us individually, I would just like to say, if you would like to submit a question, please please comment on this video or go to our Ask the Crew section in KRWBY Productions and be like, hey, dude, here's a question, because we might pick it. Mm-hmm. And yeah, if you have questions, whether they are big questions, small questions, silly questions, if you want to know, like, if you want us to give you boyfriend-girlfriend advice, or if you want to know which chicken nugget is the best,
God, don't ask me for boyfriend-girlfriend advice.
Dude, like, we'll probably have something to say. It'll probably be dumb, but we'll say it.
Everything I say is dumb.
Wow, don't talk about my friend that way, okay? But yes, please submit questions and share the pod and listen to it whenever you feel like it. And if you made it this far, then thank you, because that's really neato. And yeah, let's go into where we can find everybody, because this has been a great episode and I would like to see what's going on. Round of applause for Zazumi, our beautiful special guest.
Yes, golf claps.
Zaz, where can they find you?
I on Twitter it's Kazu, and on Twitch I kind of stream. I'm gonna try to get back into it, but I kind of stream. It's Zazumi with 3 eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I get made fun of it all the time.
It's Tammy with 2 eyes.
It's
eyes
okay,
were
Zaz.
taken.
You're the OG Zaz, like in our book.
You're the only Zaz that exists ever.
Exactly.
So. The name was taken too.
Oh.
Aww.
There's another
Rip.
me out there and I have to kill them.
Imposter.
It's true, there can only be one.
Yeah.
Oh, well, heck. Well, heck yeah. Do you have anything you would like to promote?
No. I'm good.
Well, heck. All right. Thank you so much, Zaz. Beau, where can they find you?
As always, you guys can find me on Twitter at Beau from KRWBY. That's BeauFromKRWBY. I'm trying really hard to be more active on there. I've been, posting regularly, whether it be what I'm streaming or like retweeting stuff from friends and whatnot. It's taking a lot of getting used to because I've never really been one for like posting updates about what I'm doing. So it's kind of difficult for me to get used to. And also my Twitch as well, which is CB Cosplay. That's CBCOSPLAY. That's on Twitch. I do a lot of streaming there. Do a lot of video game stuff. I have now started doing like live streaming reactions to like panels that are live streamed. Tina and I live streamed the NYCC RWBY panel, so that was a lot of fun. And also, I'm going to go ahead and plug my personal Discord, which is the Crimson Raiders. If you don't have an invite and you would like one, just DM me on Discord. Gladly send you an invite. I've got all of my reaction content and everything completely free on my Discord. You just got to be a member of my Discord to hang out and view it. That's all I ask. It's not behind a paywall anymore. Y'all can come watch it all you want, especially the RWBY Volume 7 reactions. And yeah,
Yeah.
that's all I got. What about you, Katie?
Well, heck yeah. You can find me on Twitter at KaniDay Official. That's KaniDay Official. And if you just look up KaniDay on any social media platform, you'll probably find me, KaniDay. You can also find me as the co-host on the Weird Flex But Okay podcast. It's a podcast with myself and Jordan Jack's Blade Down, where it's a comedy, weebs, workouts, and advice podcast, and it's really fun. You can also find me on Dr. Crafty, where we just released this cool My Hero Academia content, and it's pretty neat. And yeah, and we do like original art and stuff like that, and we have our own original characters and storyline, and it's really cool. And I am a writer, and I play Pepper, the beautiful octopus hostess chef there. And then, of course, you can find me at KRWBY Productions as a co-host on Perpetually Ajar and the voice of Weiss, Cinderfall, Penny Donuts, and Velvet, and of course a writer for VR shorts and potentially more. And yeah, it's really cool. Follow all of us and do the thing. And quick, Zazumi, say something funny.
My life?
Amazing. All right, everybody. We will see you next time. Thank you for joining us, Zaz.
Thank you, Zaz. It was awesome having you.
Woo! Watch her stream. Do it.
Do
Right
it.
now. Do it.
Just do it.